This video is sponsored by the EA Creator Network, and a huge thank you to EA for providing me with early access. Hey guys, my name is Angelia. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. If you're not, welcome back. And a huge thank you to the EA Creator Network for providing me with the early access code to make this content for you all. I'm so excited to be bringing Lovestruck to you. I didn't want to do the traditional overview video that we usually end up doing on this channel. I instead wanted to do a kind of review video and actually give you guys kind of my rating on each section. I've been seeing a lot of buzz around people don't like the build vibe, people don't like the create sim, so I wanted to give my thoughts on it. I know we all don't have the same taste and all of that, but like you see builders giving their perspective, you see creative simmers giving theirs. I like building, I like creative sim, and I like gameplay, so I wanted to rate all of them on how I think the pack is and really tell you guys my honest opinion if it should be an expansion, if you should buy it, etc, etc. So I have made notes of what aspects I like on each section, so we're gonna go through this together. So I do have a list over on the left hand side of my screen, so if you see me glancing over, that's what I'm referencing. I do want to talk about the hair. I like most of the hairs that come with this pack. I think they are freaking adorable. However, my favorite one is this little cute bun right here, because it's like a top knot. You can have a preferred, that's cool. So I love this one. Not the cheese hair, but I think this hair is freaking adorable. I do my hair like this all the time. When I'm not recording, my hair is probably in a bun on the top of my head. So I fell in love with this. I don't really want to address the eyelashes because it is a base game update, but they are there. I believe they're under the makeup category now, which is great. I'm hoping we can move our skin detail eyelashes down to that at some point just so you can use it with glasses and all that. But this hair I had to show you guys because I freaking love it. There's actually a lot in Creative Sim I wound up liking. For the most part, at least. I forgot to filter these. I didn't like the lip color though. It's too shiny personally for me, and I'm not a fan of the fact that the liner is darker than the rest of the lip. I don't know, it's weird and I'm not a fan of it, so we're gonna take it off of her. I don't mind the shininess if the whole lip was the same color. That's kind of what gets my goat a little bit there. However, I do want to note we got a highlighter and I actually really like it. It adds a decent amount of dimension. Obviously, actually this one looks really nice on her. This kind of darker one. Yeah, it actually adds quite a bit when you bounce back and forth to see the difference. I like it a lot, and obviously you can adjust it to your liking in terms of color and tone and all of that like we can with most makeup now. So now I also want to take a moment to talk about the tattoos that we got. So we actually got a few of them. We obviously got this one that we saw in the trailer. I'm not a big fan of that one. This one's okay. I don't dislike it. However, I know we also got a really pretty back tattoo that I want to look at with you guys, and we got a neck tattoo. So both of those are the ones that I have on my list of the things that I really liked about this pack. That is beautiful. I'm probably gonna keep that on her for right now because I actually really like it. I think the black is a little severe. I think it could be lightened up a little bit just because in real life tattoos do not look that vibrant unless you have just gotten them done. At least in my experience, they don't look that dark anymore. Mine have kind of faded. Please ignore all of my freaking Disney ones. But I actually really like this one. I think it's really pretty. So that's more realistic to how the black ones end up looking after a little bit of time. But I think it's beautiful. We're gonna leave it on her. I think it's cute. So in terms of clothing, I'm going to mostly be talking about the feminine cuts, only because the male cuts, are either the same top and whatnot, like they got very similar ones, or they were just kind of moved from one category to the other, or I was just not all that impressed. There were a few pieces for the male frames that I really liked, but it was few and far between. So for this video, I want to focus on the stuff that I actually really do like, which is a lot of the feminine styled pieces. Love this top. It's freaking beautiful. I love the texture on it. I love everything about it. This one is okay. I really like the back of it though, because you can really see that back tattoo. Obviously, love the sweater. Super cute. I don't know what this is, but it reminds me of the vampire pack mixed with like Get Famous, and I don't like it. T-shirts are cool. I kind of wish we had some plain swatches with nothing on them, but they'll be really cute for like, you know, sleepwear. This top, however, I freaking love. This is one of my favorite ones. I have been playing around with this one. I adore it. I do have a question though. What's with all the mesh stuff? I don't know. Maybe I'm just old and I don't get it, but mesh is not quite my my forte. This is cute, not my favorite. In terms of all the tops, this one is probably my favorite, and this one. And then again, for more masculine frames, I think you can get this one on that one. I don't quite remember. So moving onward, let's go ahead and look at the pants. Obviously, we're getting a lot of bottom pieces. We're getting a lot of like underwear inspired things for this pack. I like these. They're pretty darn cute. I, however, am more of a high-waisted kind of gal. I fell in love with these. Not so much the clown print, because they remind me of Pietro from Animal Crossing. Is that just me, or do you get intense Pietro vibes? Because I sure do. But the other colors, I think they're gorgeous. I think they're really unique. And I also really, really, really love these pants. I'm not crazy at the fact that they don't quite match up to the pinks of this, because I think actually this would be a really cute combo personally, but the skirt is okay. I like these pants. They're a nice slouchy little jean. I think they're cute. These ones I love. I love the fun patterns. I don't know. I like stripies, and I think that's cute for autumn time, so I really do like that. But let's go ahead and move on to full body, because full body, there's a few of them I actually really, really like. I liked this little sleepwear set. I think it's just really cute. It's simple. There's not a lot to it, literally, but I like the pattern. The texture is really nice. I actually quite like this, but I think it would look better maybe on a teenager, but baby dolls are cute. I wear stuff like this, not so much with the mesh on the top, and I like my stuff a little bit longer, but I'm old and, you know. So I also want to go down here. This dress is okay. I'm not the massive fan of this. However, I do like the little cap sleeves. I think they're really cute. I just don't like this little piece in the middle. This dress is one of my favorites. 10 out of 10. I will be using this a lot. I apologize now if you see it quite a bit. This dress is also quite nice. I love the cut and the shape. I think it'll look really good in like weddings and things of that nature. It'll look really good in Black Widow. This jumpsuit is also quite nice. I like the bow in the back. I like the details on it. This one's okay. This one's better when it's more of a plain print personally, but I like the texture. I like the cut. This dress is also cute, a little shiny. However, this dress This dress is my jam, and I am freaking in love with it. It is so gorgeous. I love it. We're probably gonna keep her in this just because I love it so dang much. It comes in a ton of colors. It's beautiful. I quickly popped her into a shorter dress so we can look at the shoes. Again, I'm not gonna go through a whole deep dive into every single item because there are plenty of overviews out there. I just wanted to give you guys my personal opinion on certain items. These heels right here, I really, really love. I love the design, but these sneakers, specifically these ones, these are my jam, and I freaking adore them. I love those sneakers. So I did just go ahead and add in a male sim to give you a quick look of what I did like out of the male clothing. Again, I'm kind of picky when it comes to male clothing, so I didn't quite care for a lot of it. I do think like this piece will come in handy. This one could, maybe for like a Don Lothario type. This just reminds me of bowling. Like this reminds me of the bowling stuff pack. 100%. This one's okay. Again, I don't understand the mesh thing. Is that a new fashion trend that I just don't know about? Am I too old and I don't follow fashion anymore? This one's okay. I like the more plain colors instead of the like half pattern, although this one's quite cute. This one I really like. I like this one quite a bit. This one's okay. It's a little shiny. Love the sweater. Again, it's the same that we had on the feminine style. This shirt's pretty darn cute, but for the most part, it didn't wow me. I'm gonna be completely honest. And then over here, if we go into the masculine, they do have some nice pants. It's basically the same stuff that we have seen though on the feminine side of things. I am excited that we got some new jeans though, so I will probably end up using these a fair amount. I think they're pretty nice. Let's go ahead and just take a quick glimpse at the hair. They're okay. They're not my favorites. 100%. I do like this one a lot though. This one's probably my favorite of the masculine style hairs. This one's okay. It looks a little more like dad vibes, but I like it. Again, it's not something too crazy. It's not something to write home about, but they're not terrible. So I did forget to mention my main, I guess, concern with the male-inspired clothing for this pack. All of the full body outfits are literally costumes. This one you could potentially get away with, but all of these are costumes, and I was just kind of hoping for something a little bit more, especially because this is called Lovestruck, and you're gonna be going on dates. Why are there not a little bit like, you know, a casual kind of suit instead of a full-on tuxedo? Something date-like instead of just an eggplant costume. I mean, I guess you could wear that on a date, but I don't think that'd be a great first date. All in all, my rating for Create-A-Sim for Lovestruck out of 10 would probably be around a 7.5 to an 8. This is probably my favorite aspect of the pack, if I'm going to be honest, is the Create-A-Sim, specifically for the feminine styled pieces. Like, I love so many of the dresses and the tops, and I love this hair. A lot of the hair is really, really good, especially the long one with the part on the side. Very nice. Love the back tattoos. All in all, I do like the Create-A-Sim. I do want to look at the new turn on and turn off system. Obviously, we have all of these in here that you can select and go through for yourself. Again, I'm sure there are plenty of overviews that have gone into all of them. I did already select a few for her though, just so we can get the ball rolling in terms of gameplay. So now we are moving on to build mode. I have just quickly put down some of my favorite objects from this pack, so you guys can take a look at them. Again, if you want an overview, this is not the video for you. I just want to talk about the pieces that I do like, that I do think were done really, really well, and my thoughts on everything else. So I really like these two wallpapers. I know the vine one is not everyone's favorite, but I actually really like it. I think it's beautiful. I'm definitely going to use it. I think it'd be nice in a greenhouse or a child's room, even like a backsplash for a bedroom. It'd be great. Speaking of backsplashes, I love this. I hope they start making more of this. It comes in so many colors. This is probably my most anticipated item, is this backsplash. I freaking love it. Also really like this hanging planter box that hangs from the ceiling. As someone who puts plants in all of their builds, like crazily so, it'll be nice to have another planter, as well as this wall planter. You can never have enough wall plants. In terms of the doors, this curved door is by far my favorite. There are quite a few doors that we did actually get, but this one I am freaking in love with. I think it's beautiful. They did a fantastic job. We got these really nice, clean archways. Definitely going to be making use of those. They come with a lot of colors. My only beef is that they don't match. Like, I can make that archway pink, but I can't make this door match with the pink. You know what I mean? So I do wish that there was a little bit more cohesion in terms of color and metals and all of that. Really love this. This hanging, I believe it's called like hanging metal stars. Yeah, hanging metal stars lights. Absolutely in love with these. If you see these in all of my builds, I am sorry right now, but I am not sorry because I love them. Also, over on this side, I did want to note about these mirrors. They are seamless. Like, even if you put them on top of one another, like that, they're seamless. You can actually have a seamless mirror now, and I'm so freaking excited about that. I did go ahead and add some more stuff down here to make it a little bit easier on me. I love these little starry lights. Again, these would be really nice in a kid or a toddler's room. You can put the starry nights on the sky, and then have, there's a wall one as well that you can put like right here. I don't know. I just think it'd be really cute for a toddler or a kid's room. Even a teenager. Listen, I grew up in the 90s. We had the glow-in-the-dark ones on the ceiling. My mom still has some stuck to the ceiling because of me. I also really, really like this trash can. It's a trash compactor, I believe, or a trash chute rather. And it just sits on the wall. I love it. Now, I do want to note about the whole canopy thing. You do, I believe, still have to search and then scroll down to find them. Obviously, here are all the doors and all of that fun stuff, but you can actually find them. At least they still weren't showing up for me, and you still can't clone them, so that is still a thing. But they are quite nice. I will probably be using these. I kind of wish they were a little bit sheer. Like, listen, I like sheer curtains. I'm old. Okay. I do like the heart bed. It reminds me a lot of like the old school Sims games. It makes me pretty darn happy. The other thing I'm a little bit disappointed about is the lack of plants. I'm sure if we open up By Debug and all of that, there will be plenty, but all we got was this Jacaranda plant. Or the tree, rather. I only know how to say that because of because of Encanto, but it's stunning. I will 1000% be using it. It's beautiful. I also do like the texture on these walls. I love it. We'll definitely be using that in a build that you'll be seeing soon. So if I had to rate build in buy mode, again, I have gone through all of the items and everything. I'm excluding By Debug, live edit, and everything. I want to talk about specifically what the pack has, especially if you're on console and all of that. In my honest opinion, out of a range of being 0 to 10, I'm gonna give it about a 6. I love building, and I will be definitely using a lot of these items, but I don't think it's as good as it could be. My biggest issue is the fact that a lot of the items are kind of things that we've had before, right? That's fine, you expect to get new beds and things like that. We didn't get new counters or cabinets, which I find weird given that we have an entirely new world. Okay, and I feel like a new style of cabinet would have been nice to fit in with this world. My other complaint is that in terms of gameplay items, we didn't get a whole heck of a lot. We have this picnic blanket down here, which is great. It's cute, cool. We got the bear skin rug or whatever it is. I don't quite see. We got that, which is a gameplay item as well. We got the utility closet that your Sims can woohoo in. And we got that little costume box thing. To me, for an expansion pack, there should have been more interaction in terms of items instead of simply decoration. Obviously, I love decoration. I love building in The Sims, but I am also someone who really likes gameplay, and I just kind of feel like it's a little bit lacking in terms of gameplay items. So honestly, I'm gonna give the build by around a 6 out of 10. It's good, but I feel like it's not as good as it could be, given that it's an expansion pack. I also want to note that while we got a new fence, we did not get a new gate. I don't know what this trend is with us not getting new gates, but as someone who is very OCD, and I'm not just saying that to be funny, I have it. I am not a big fan when my gates can't match. We're struggling with that in the Black Widow challenge if you watched it at all. The gate that the fence I have around our pool does not have a matching gate, and it drives me bonkers. So if we're talking about gameplay, obviously we got new traits, we got aspiration, we have a career. The world is nice. It's not the biggest world we have. Obviously, Windenburg is like the mecca and what we all compare it to, of course. I don't think anything is ever going to be quite as big as Windenburg, and that's fine. They have to make it so that lower end computers can run the game, so I totally get it. And I do think that the world is actually quite pretty. I love all the colors, I love the inspiration behind it, and I do think it's beautiful. Now, will I be playing in Ciudad Enamorada? I'm pretty sure that's how you say it. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm trying my best here. You would think I would know how because my husband speaks Spanish, but alas, I probably will, because I do love the inspiration behind it. I love all these new worlds with different cultures that we're getting, so I do think it's quite nice. But let's go ahead. I do want to get into a little bit of gameplay just to give you my thoughts on that. I want to check out the app first and foremost because that's like the main draw of this entire expansion, I feel like. So we're going to go ahead and open up Cupid's Corner and see what that's all about. I do have a sim place in the world. Oh, that's cute. I'm gonna let her have that. That's super cute. Creative and good. What else can we use? Let's actually use generous maybe instead of good. I feel like that's quite nice. We're uncheck elders. Romantically attracted to no one. Well, that makes sense. She is single, I guess. So let's go ahead and look at her matches. It's currently searching, apparently. So we are getting quite a few. I'm not seeing the one I had set up for her just yet, which is kind of a bummer. But we can go ahead and just pick one of these lovely Sims to chit-chat with. Ooh, this guy does have a turn-on trait for Kelsey. I'm a little bit thrown off by the fact that this is red. Because to me, when I see red, that means like stop, and that's like not the one that you want, but I guess that means they have it in common. I would like to see that maybe in green. Just for my brain, I don't know. Tell me if I'm wrong, but so let's go ahead and let's add this guy to our favorites. I'm going to refresh our matches and see if I can get the one that I placed in the world specifically for this review. Oh my gosh, this is bringing me memories from Black Widow. Aww, look, we're actually getting ones from the gallery. That's so cool. Did we just get Santa? Did we just get Santa? I'm just gonna add Santa to our matches because that's freaking funny. I'm gonna add this one from the gallery because I think that's awesome. We're not gonna add him or him because he's mean. Let's add Tussa because she's cute. Okay, so it looks like it will refresh in about 12 hours for us again. Kind of a bummer we didn't get the one that, you know, I've specifically made for this, but it's okay. So you can go through your saved ones. You can have, it looks like up to 15 remaining number of Sims you can interact with today. Oh, so you can interact a certain amount of times. So it's just like a real dating app where you have to like, you only have like a certain amount of pokes or whatever that you could do. That's kind of fun. I'm going to go with Tessa for right now. We're going to add her to our contacts. So we can ask to create a date. That could be quite fun. Also, I did move my camera to the other side of the screen just so you guys would be able to see the actual dating scores and all of that, just in case. So let's do a get to know you date. I feel like that makes sense. And we can select activities and all of that. animals. What is this? Interact with animals. Oh, that would actually be like a really cute date to go to like a pet store, like a cat cafe. Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm getting ideas. Let's have them socialize and be friendly, have a little bit of romance, and maybe let's do some drinks. Also select a place. Let's just pick somewhere random. Let's go to the lounge because it's cute. Okay, so here we are. Oh my gosh, we're getting so many of those things popping up. We are here on our date. There's Miss Tessa, so we are going to chit chat with her, so we do need to socialize. Oh, let's share kind words. I love that you can immediately go on like a little date. I believe there's also a blind date option, which is quite fun. Let's bestow empathy, because she is a generous sim. Oh, you can create a custom label and everything. That's quite nice. Affection. You need level 2 romance skill. Sure, you can like spirited sims. What? Okay, let's just do friendly, I suppose. Let's compliment, share kind words again. So it seems like I can't, it's not letting me do a whole heck of a lot of interactions, which is kind of frustrating. This looks like this is the utility closet where you can woohoo if you would like. We do see the new bar in action over here. We got some new food stalls, which is quite fun. We can order some, ooh, spicy hot chocolate. Again, I'm not entirely sure why it's not. The only thing I can think of is maybe one of my mods is conflicting. I took most of them out aside from a few of them. Okay, so I actually just restarted my game in the middle of that. It looks like it was a mod that hadn't been updated that I forgot to take out. I must have missed it in my files, but it's all good now, so that is on me. Everything is there now. They can chit chat. They can do what they need to do. So let's actually get to know her and do what we're supposed to do. They can already have a first kiss, so let's go ahead and go for it. When in Rome, why not, right? I love that they're getting along so well. This is cute. We can express admiration. She's a love bug. That is adorable. Oh, when we have this action going on behind us, that's pretty cute. So they can also opt to share personal details. Oh, she acquired the romance skill. That's pretty fun. I do like the new skill. Kelsey is unemployed. Kelsey clued Tessa in on some personal... Oh, okay. So she's taken to the next level for us. I do like that. I love the autonomy that the Sims are now having. I think it adds a little bit more spontaneity to the game and it makes it feel a little bit more lively, so I do quite like that. So it looks like we took things back to Miss Kelsey's place for the time being. We are actually going to go ahead and flirt a little bit. You can check out. That's quite cute. Let's do that. Yeah, I had a mod that was a little bit janky there. So I should have double checked before I started recording, but I was just so excited to jump in, but it happens. You can also woohoo in a motel, so that is another kind of gameplay item, because if you do place it on a lot, you can utilize it, just as an FYI. And date cheerfully, let's compliment her appearance. We're supposed to talk about drinks, apparently. So let's talk about horrible drinks, I guess. Because why not? That's what you do, right? Let's also discuss our interest. We're supposed to drink something together as well. All right, we talked about drinks. We're supposed to do some flirting. I do quite enjoy this. I'm going to preface it with that. I think it's going very well. They're supposed to have some small talk. And she's gaining the social skill. Oh, it's even down here. That's quite cute. So they are attracted to one another. I do want to go ahead and open up the panel here. Lovebirds, amazing compatibility. They are attracted to one another. We do not know about Tessa's feelings for her, so I wonder if we could actually ask Tessa how she's feeling. Let's go ahead and go into the relationship. Let's ask about personality attraction. This is what I'm most interested in. I do think it's quite nice to have this. It's actually really cool. We can learn more. We can ask for the attraction level. Specifically, you can just come out and be honest, and she's watching Teen Wolf. Also, same, frankly, because I love Teen Wolf, as you guys probably know, because I talk about it a lot. Well, there are a few things I care about when it comes to a partner's personality. These are things I care about. Career-minded Sims, emotional decision makers. Turn off. She doesn't like arts and crafts. Well, she's into arts and crafts, so that's a little bit awkward, but that's okay. Attraction, you're all right. I guess I don't think there's anything particularly wrong with you. That's a little rude, but it's funny. Learn more. Let's ask about romantic satisfaction here. I love that you can ask. I do think that's an important part of any relationship. I'm feeling very satisfied in our relationship. That's good to know. Let's go ahead and learn about the boundaries and see where we're at with that. Has learned her romantic boundaries. Non-physical romance will trigger jealousy, jealousy, and jealousy. That's cool. She's open to reconsidering about it, so that's interesting. They can already become best friends. They already get along. Let's ask how our date is going. I love all these new interactions. So again, I'm gonna preface it with that. I love the new interactions. I do think it will add quite a bit to gameplay. Kelsey is just getting started. This might not be the best date ever, but there's still a chance of having a good date. Try completing some date goals to earn a silver reward. Okay. So we're going to share interests again and see if we can get that up a little bit more and have a good date with her. And they actually seem to be getting along pretty darn well for the most part. Oh, they're making small talk all on their own. They can be affectionate to one another. So let's go ahead and click on affection. Let's not declare love publicly. That's a little much. Let's just do a nice little pose for her instead. I feel like that's a better use of our time. I don't know if this lot has the costume box. Ooh, romance level 2. Tessa is sort of falling for Kelsey and wants to ask if she would like a relationship. Do you want this to happen? So you can become romantic partners or not right now. Let's just click it. Why not, right? We're exploring this together. Reach romance level 2. Kelsey can now share a sweethearts box with another sim. That's very cute. Kelsey and Tessa are both very satisfied in their relationship. While in this state, the romantic relationship will slowly increase over time automatically. So that's quite nice. So I do like that, and I like that one sim can be more attracted to the other and vice versa. So obviously there's probably more gameplay to unlock in this, or so I would hope. I'm hoping there's more pack integration that we are just not quite seeing. Overall though, I do kind of wish there was a little bit more, and items of note that would really have sent it over the top for me would be to add Zodiac signs and compatibility with that. We have all been kind of wanting Zodiac signs for a really long time, and I do think this would have been a great pack to have it. Also, if this is a pack about dating, why are there no limos and car service and things like that to pick you up? That, I don't know, that just makes sense in my brain, but most importantly, I really, really want Zodiac signs. Also, in talking about dates, how come the romance bar is still not separated? And by separated, what I mean by that is if she has a 61% romance bar with her, then she has a 61% romance bar with her. I would love to see them be uneven, because sometimes someone's more interested than the other person, and I understand the romantic aspect in terms of the new system and all of that. One person can be more interested than the other, but I would like to see that reflected in the romance bar and kind of pulled away from the everything is hunky-dory, we each have a 65% in the romance category towards one another. I would like to see things a little bit different. So like right here you can see that Tessa is neutral toward Kelsey, whereas Kelsey is attracted to Tessa. However, again, I would just really like to see the romance bar itself be kind of pulled away from being kind of static, if that makes sense. The other thing is that I would like to see, because I know the romance career, I think it's romance consultant it's called, it's tied to a rabbit hole, which is kind of a bummer. Oh, they just became partners. That was actually quite cute. I'm having her look for the job just so we can look at it together. Yeah, so it's romance consultant. That looks like the Sailor Moon wand. Anyway, it is a rabbit hole. I would like to see it be an active career that we can actually pursue and do. I think that would be a little bit more fun, but it's quite cool that you can be a matchmaker or a relationship counselor. I'll probably use it. I don't dislike the rabbit hole careers because I'm lazy, and and most of the time my sims don't actually work. They just end up planting stuff and making money off of birds of paradise and things of that nature. So in terms of my rating level, I suppose, from a 0 to 10 in terms of gameplay, I'd probably give it a 5.5 to 6 out of 10. It's good, and I do think it'll be an integral part of the game in terms of the romance system and such, because you play with that every day, right? Those are things that aren't automatically going to be used. So I do like that aspect of it, that it's going to kind of spread into everything. It's not just pack specific, if that makes sense. Obviously, you have to have the pack to make it work. But what I mean is, it's kind of like seasons, how you use seasons in almost everyday gameplay. You'll end up using the romance system. But I don't know if all together, I would say that this is enough to be a full expansion. Oh, okay, so I did just end the day because I wanted to look at the world map, but they did get a new romance dynamic as wholesome, so we're going to click yes because I think that's cute. But let's go ahead and just go to manage worlds. The world itself, I do think it's pretty. However, it's like all these boxes and stuff like that could have been filled in. We could have gotten maybe a few more smaller lots, I guess. It's just with how spread out these all are, I don't know. I feel like they could have been closer together. And like down here, why can't we use these lots? I think there should have been a few more lots, personally, for it to be a full expansion, to give you that feeling like it's a full expansion. Again, all in all, it's not a bad pack, so I don't want you guys to think that I think it's bad. I don't. I just think that there could have and should have probably been a little bit more in terms of gameplay objects, gameplay in general. Again, we could have had Zodiac signs, we could have been matchmaking based off of that. I think that would have been quite fun, actually, to just base a matchmaking off of your Zodiac sign entirely and see what happens. I don't know, it could be quite cool. So for me personally, this feels like it's somewhere in a cross between a game pack and expansion pack. Like, I think it has enough to not be a game pack, but it's not quite enough to be an expansion pack. So we're kind of somewhere in the middle. It's like a game pack plus or something of that nature. Again, it's not bad. I love a lot of the building items are pretty nice. Mostly, I like the create a sim. I would say that's probably the best aspect of this pack aside from the romantic interactions that we're now getting. Now, I think had this been combined with like My Wedding Stories, if those two had joined forces, I think that would have been an incredible expansion pack. Because then we would have a lot more gameplay, would have been expanding on weddings, which we could have seen here. I would actually really have loved to see maybe a honeymoon added thing, like automatically once you're married, you can go into a honeymoon state if you want to. I think that would be cool instead of having to force them to go on a vacation and then maybe having some honeymoon related goals and things like that. I think that would be nice. Maybe even adding like a smaller honeymoon world. I don't know. I just like the idea of that sort of thing because if a date goes well and you end up with them, you'll probably end up getting married. So I would have liked to see like My Wedding Stories essentially be in this pack and create this really incredible and full expansion pack. I hope that makes sense. So to recap, for build and buy mode, I gave it, I believe, a 5.5 to a 6 out of 10. For create a sim, I gave it about a 7.5 to 8. I can't commit to a number, okay? I'm sorry. And then for gameplay, I gave it around a 5.5 to a 6. Which is, again, kind of a bummer, but it's not the worst. Like, again, you will still use it. Do I think you should pay full price? That's up to you, 100%. Obviously, sales will eventually happen. It is a nice pack. The world is nice. I think it's beautiful and colorful, which I love color, so that makes me happy. I'm a little bit disappointed by the lack of trees and plants because I love... If you see my builds, I put plants in everything, okay? The new traits are nice, the aspiration, the career is really nice. I like the world, I like the costume box, I think that's pretty cool. I love the curved doors. Really liked the curved door, the one that looks like an archway. Freaking love it. I do wish that more of the metals and stuff matched one another because it's a little bit weird that they don't. So, all in all, it's decent. It's not the best expansion pack that has come out, if I'm being completely honest, which is why I wanted to make this video. I wanted to be 100% honest in this review. I didn't want to, you know, be like, oh my god, I love every single thing about it when I don't. Especially since there's been a little bit of concern over the gameplay items, over the build buy, over the create a sim and things like that. So I want to be 100% honest with you guys and tell you what I actually think of it so you guys know what you're getting into. Yeah, I hope that this review helps you if you were on the fence or not. Again, if you like create a sim, the create a sim is really freaking good. The build buy is okay, and the gameplay is okay. If romance is your thing, then you're in luck because it's a pretty decent pack. So basically it's like a 6.5 to a 7 out of 10 for the whole expansion pack. That includes build buy, create a sim, and the actual gameplay in the world. So you're gonna have to make your own decision on it if you do want it or not. But I hope you enjoyed this review video. I hope it helped some of you. And again, a huge thank you to the EA Creator Network for providing you with the early access code to bring this to you all. I hope you have a magical day, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!